It's your girl. It's your girl. No, I'm just playing. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Tay Marie, and we back on this thing, okay? This is Soul Food Podcast, and we on episode 20, okay? And today I'm calling this episode A Mother's Empathy. The question that I have is, how can empathy shape effective leadership? And what I wrote down was, empathy creates a supportive environment. I feel like this is going to be a conversation right here, because the verse that I received, I'm going to put that on the screen. I'm going to look that up because right now I can't really remember, but I do remember that it was a story about a man and how he was leading these other group of men. And there was a moment where he said, like, basically they had to fight all they could or something, and then they would get their meal. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Something in that nature. I'm sorry if I'm chopping it up. When I got to my reflection questions, it came down to me, thinking about, okay, well, where do I serve as a leader in my life? And I am a mother, I'm a mom. And every day, I look at my son's face and I just think to myself, like, you are looking at me to be the best person in your life. Like, you have to come back to me. When you have a question, you're looking for mommy. You are looking for me to give you the answers. And realistically, baby, I'm learning out here too. Realistically, I'm learning every day with you. I know what's right from wrong. I understand things. I see things that he may not see. Because, he's looking at the world with such an innocent eye. And that's so precious. And I can understand that. I can have compassion for him in his view of certain things. But I also have lived life to learn that some things aren't always what they seem. Some things, you look at it so beautiful. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can be there with your child and understand their vision and talk to them. But one thing I found that's hard is when somebody from the outside doesn't understand your child's vision or understand your child, period. And they turn what they see into something else. Like, it's just like, and then you gotta explain to them now on, like, well, why would they say that? Or why would they look at it like that? Or why are they acting like that? Like, it's just like, I feel like the role of having empathy in parenting is really to understand your child's emotions and knowing how to respond by that, because at the same time you're molding a person in a crazy, evil, damaged, demented, like, I don't even know, like, the things that go on in this world isn't as beautiful as this child's mind. It comes back to them having that pureness. They haven't even experienced what I experienced. They haven't even seen what I seen. It's like your child is this cute, dainty, shiny thing, and you walking in a mud bath, and you trying not to get them dirty. And it's just like, while you have this special thing, you gotta also make sure you're taking care of it. You can't just worry about it falling in the mud. You gotta make sure that you are carrying this special thing And even if it does get a little bit exposed to the craziness, teach them how to navigate through it. I feel like raising a child is definitely opened some wounds for me, and definitely has shaped me slowly as a person. And I'm still, like I said, I'm learning every day. This is hard. Like, this is not easy. Like, you truly have to be in a better mindset to be prepared for the ups and downs that you're about to endure with this child. You know, because first of all, we all look at our child to be, I don't even know, like the best thing ever. like, and they are the best thing ever, because like we individually have our own daughter, son, little friend. Like, you know, and I know it's weird to say that, but I don't care. Like, my child is my friend. Like, you know, I'm still his mama. Like, but you know, I enjoy his company. I enjoy who he is. He is a great person. Like, and you know, and I don't want this world to turn him into nothing other than that. My son is great. And I bet your son or daughter is great too. I just want us to know that these kids have feelings, you know, and understand that you know more than them. You know, there's some things that my son and I have conversations about where, even though I understand and I know the direction and the vision, and like, not to understand it, but basically I know what certain things are, what they look like, if it's evil, if it ain't right, all that other stuff, I understand it. But sometimes I gotta humble myself. I catch myself being humble by also hearing his perspective on things. And I can't, some things I do slip up and say, like, and just shut it down. Like, but sometimes it's like what he says to me does catch me off my pivot. Every day we take our kids to school, you know, and your kid could be dealing with a bully or something, you know, fighting through battles you don't even know about, you know, hanging out with friends that really don't like them for real and they setting them up. Whatever it could be that your kids really not coming to you about, or if they do come to you about it, you know, you gotta understand that they gonna take these things to heart. We should definitely understand that we don't want nothing to happen to our children. We love our children. We care about them so much. But we also have to keep in mind what we say to our children. Keep in mind the lessons that we put into them with empathy, with some compassion. You know, hear your children out. You know, like we do be so angry about our days and what we got going on in our lives and stuff like that. Get a peace of mind before you talk to your kids. Get a peace of mind before you go pick them up. Make some time, make some space for yourself so you can prepare. Because I'm telling you, like, I see it. And being a mom, I get it. Being a parent, I get it. Sometimes we be having our days, but we gotta stay present for our kids. Because I done went through it as a kid, you know. I see it with my child. You know, people are judgmental. People are mean. And it's not talked about a lot, but now with this Diddy stuff going on, people are disgusting. And you gotta let your kids know what's going on. Some people be like, they too young. No. Yeah, especially with a young man. Because having a son and you older women, oh, y'all better watch out. Let me tell you something. You better watch out. Because look, you can get it, Granny, for real. Because the things that even I heard when he was a baby and grown women saying to him, I ain't even about to repeat this. And I'm looking at this lady like, what? What do that mean? Girl, you know what that means. If I'm picking up what you putting down, you're disgusting. You have a great day. Like, I'm sorry, but yeah, like, and it just opened my mind to even know, to even peep, you know. And or this one time I was in the store, this guy trying to chop me down, but he ain't looking at me, and he asking the wrong questions, following us. Oh no. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my son trying to understand, like, why you being mean? Why you being mean? You know? Because I'm over here trying to keep him close and, excuse me. Yeah, we're good. Leave us alone. Like, but I had to let him know, like, something was wrong with him. Something was not right about him, and we had to get away from him. You know, just letting him know, understanding it, how to avoid certain things. Because one day, I got to give him space, or I'm going to lose my mind. But I gotta, when he asks me the questions, I gotta focus in and understand what he's asking me in the first place. And if I can't be completely honest, I gotta tell him some type of truth. I'm like, yo, with daughters. Okay, for real. It's cute to be cute, mama. I understand that. Yes, it's hot girl summer. Yeah, ow. Ooh, yeah, mama need fun too. I get that. But when you with your daughter, stop wearing that stuff. For the women that have big booties, stop wearing that stuff when you with your daughter. Because your daughter see how these men looking at you. While you over here trying to find the next one, they seeing, the men looking at you like, oh, that's how she trying to train her up. Bet. Niggas is nasty. Sorry to say it like that, but for real. Flag me if you want to, YouTube. I need y'all to hear me. Because even when I was just kicking with my friend yesterday, and he was just telling me, he even said it out his mouth. Like, he was just like, the way women just dressing nowadays is just crazy. Like, y'all just expose it. Like, and it's just like, again, when you want to look cute by yourself, having a little me day, maybe you want to, you know, flex on them. Yeah, I just got out the gym. Yeah, all that. Yeah, that's cool. But when you're with your daughter, remember that you are the model and she is in the making, honey. Like, you gotta show her some respect. You gotta let her know, like, everybody can't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to put y'all down, but to lift y'all up. Y'all more than just all of that. And let your daughter know that she is more than that too. You have a gorgeous face. The other stuff is just blessings. Like, you know what I'm saying? But put them up. Let that man respect you. You know? Because it's serious out here. It's disgusting. And you got to teach your daughters and your sons, because they not excluded. You got to teach them how to properly put themselves out here. How to handle themselves. You know? It's serious out here. It's scary out here. And I had to put it out there. I'm sorry. It's cute when you're by yourself, but when you with your kids, you are a role model. You are the model. And our kids are the future, period. Teaching your kids manners. Shoot, I do not play that. When I'm talking to somebody, I be like, hold on. We're talking, wait till I'm done, and then you can speak. Because that's what I was taught. Until somebody's done with their conversation, then you can have your turn to speak. Okay then. We're done. Excuse me. Can I say something to you for a minute? Or whatever it's gonna be. He does that. Shoot. Even when we was just with his auntie and she asked the girls to do something, he gonna say to her, now say thank you. And she was like, I guess I do need to say thank you. Thank you, girls. Even though, we probably would have got checked for that. Like, don't tell me to say thank you. But it's still for the fact that my sister was just like, you know what? Thank you. You're right. I do need to have some manners in this moment. Because then, they will carry that on. Your grandchildren gonna have some manners because you done instilled that. And in that moment, yeah, check yourself. Be humble about what you instilling in your kids. They watching you. Because if she would have been like, I ain't got to say thank you to them. Now he got in his mind, well, shoot, I ain't got to say thank you either. Shoot. But at the same time, just because she doing that or whoever did that, don't mean that you got to be like that. Just take that on the chin too. Like, you gotta erase those bad things that we were taught, like, because a lot of the generations ahead of us, they a little stubborn. We love y'all though. Y'all a little stubborn, because I did grow up back then hearing, don't you tell me, and girl, did I tell you, or like, but you did this and you always tell me I can't do this. So why is it fair? Because I'm grown and I can do it. And that's why we was in a rush to be grown, so we can hit them with the, because I'm grown and I can do it. And we got that, we be having them vibes with them. Like, because I'll be having my moments where I'll be like, let me speak now. It's a battle. It's a battle with that tie of not being able to really vocalize yourself and really express yourself. Because especially then, having to be a child, growing up in those type of conditions where we couldn't be vocal about our feelings. I'm just saying that a lot of people can relate, because there was a certain space that I remember, that I know people talk about, where we felt like we really couldn't express ourselves deeply. There was a lot of stuff that we had to hide. There wasn't room to talk about it. Or if I did talk about it, I'm scared that you're not going to like me anymore. Or, whatever conversation that resonate in this moment right now for you. And I feel like us turning around now and being the parents and having our children, we want that space where we can build these deeper connection with our children, where they don't feel like they gotta hide and they can't talk about things and express themselves, or get this toxic mindset where now they're grown and it's just with them. I feel like it's okay to check our children on certain things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I seen this one video of this little girl calling her mom the B word, and her grandmother checked her ass. Excuse me. But it was just like, I don't want it to be that deep to our children disrespecting us, because at the same time, one thing the older generation taught us, my mom, my dad, my grandmother, my aunts, my grandpa, all of them, is respect. All that talk about, like, I check an old person real quick. It's just like respect your elders is like, I get it. Some old people do got smart mouths. They ready to go. Like, they tired of the BS that they see, because they done seen it. They understand. That's what I was saying in the beginning. They understand. but you ain't no baby no more. It ain't coddling you no more and telling you a little bit of the truth. No, I'm going to tell you what's up for real. You over here thinking you cute and thinking all this is fly and all this other stuff. But let me tell you for real, you falling straight in the pits of where you about to be dragged to. Okay? Some things that y'all be doing ain't right. Like, I'm just saying, whatever. But I understand what the older generation been through. I talked to my grandparents. I talked to my mother. I talked to my father. I talked to them to understand what they've been through. Racist stuff. Y'all think this Instagram stuff is racist? No. How about going to school every day, getting into a fight with the other race of kids every day? Why you trying to get an education that they don't even want you to get? These people have been through a lot of things, have fought all of that, and still made the best of what they could. No matter who it is, you could be like, man, I want my people. It was somebody. It was some reason that you still in this school to this day. It's some reason that this program was made. Somebody gave a F word. I get so passionate, but for real, somebody actually cared enough to do it because somebody tried to block them in the past. And they care so much in the future to do this for the next person that was in their same shoes. So you wouldn't even have to worry about it. It's already done. And you sitting here talking about something, I don't give a F about them. Like, it's just like, it's some things that I wish the older generation would understand. Like I be telling some of the guys at my job, like, how they talk about, oh, the youngins, they don't want to work. Okay, so how about you start depending on them to be a part of one of your team members? And actually open up a school and teach them how to do the work then. So they can just go do it themselves. And y'all making payment off of just, teaching them. They don't want to work, but then teach them what you know. And stop complaining about it. I hate that. It's just like, stop being stubborn. Okay, we understand that you can do it. If they don't understand it by being a part of your team, then build it. Free game. Go ahead. Build the business. They need it out here. And with the younger generation, my generation and ongoing down, y'all need to learn to just take lessons. I feel like they're willing to learn. Like, I don't know, this generation, they know they can build a business like that. It ain't nothing. I know I could go get a loan, go get some money, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Their mindset is money, and they gonna build us back up. But y'all gotta stop arguing and just be a student and be a teacher. That's it. I follow this guy from Philly. He does it. He sets them up and have water running and teaching them how to change the pipes in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, just teach them. Teach. Do something where it's fun and ain't too much work and you getting money, having fun with it. Build something. So they can go out there and use their hustling mindsets to build it and make it into something else. Like, it's just like we got to work together. We too busy arguing and being like, I'm telling him what to do. No, you can't just tell him. You got to show him. And if you can't show him in the place where you're making money and you're helping somebody else and giving somebody your services, then also make time to be a service to them and teach them. So then maybe instead of you going for that call, you teaching them how to do it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now go do the same thing at Miss Cheryl's house. I don't know. Like, just work together. Work together. Like, please. Please, because it's gonna create an atmosphere of trust, communication. It won't get you so frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because we still do need y'all. And in the older generation, we still need y'all. Y'all are very smart. Y'all know. Y'all knew before we got these phones what was going on for real. Y'all eyes was peeled open. Y'all know. And we need y'all to be our teachers. We need y'all to stop talking down on us. You need to understand that, no, we did not experience all the things that y'all went through. And don't be mad at us for that. Don't be mad at us for that. If anything, yes, thank you. Thank you for having your eyes peeled and seeing what it is. Teach us what we need to do so we can carry on. So, viewer question of the week is, how do you incorporate empathy into your leadership? I felt like there was more to say, but that was it. But what I put is by listening and changing my actions with my child and the people around me. So, you know, I try my best to have empathy for people. You know, when people tell me things, I really do try to listen in and understand, because one thing I learned, especially at the job I'm working at, retail will teach you that you are sometimes not the reason why this person is mad. This person could be mad at something they was dealing with before they even popped up in your life, okay? But the thing is, have an open heart, have an open ear. And if you have a space to say something kind, say something kind. Picture if you were in their situation. What would you want to hear? Especially with your kids, you know. We all been a kid, and especially just going through stuff. Stop being so frustrated with them, okay? Like, for real. Because we love the babies. Like, stop being so frustrated with these babies, because they don't know. They are innocent. They don't see the same things you see. Okay? Watch what you say. Because you can either keep their mind pure and growing, or you can taint it and it'll be growing in that type of direction. They are sponges. They are looking to you. They whatever you think or make them think is cool, they gonna think it's 10 times cool when they start doing it. Okay? And you gotta be careful to know what that is. You know, I see different things, and I see different people that I grew up with, that I knew from being in kindergarten and all that stuff, seeing people now in their life, and it's just like, oh, they doing good, or some people just do. What's going on? What was going on? Like, life. Like, what was life doing? Like, ooh. But I'm just saying, like, take the time out to build that relationship with your child or children, you know, because at the end of the day, they are a gift. They're a blessing. And, you know, you brought them here, and they serve purpose. They are a gift from God. Like, you know, and you should treat them as such. You should be honored to be their parent, you know. And even if life is hard and things aren't going right, and I can't even find empathy for myself, then you need to make time to give yourself empathy, some compassion. Do something for yourself. Take a moment and be present for a minute and figure out what you need to do so you can go back home and be present for your kids. For real. Because I get that the day beats you up. I have my days where I just be tired and I'm just like, ugh, you know. But I still gotta find the patience, the mindset to still be his mother at the end of the day. If something's going wrong, I have to make sure that I see that, I check that, and let him know that he is not alone in this world. You can talk to me about anything. Or if something isn't right, I'm going to tell him, hey, don't let nobody do that to you. I'm going to check that. I'm going to let him know. Because that's what I'm here for. That's why God gave me him, and that's why he gave him to me. He gave me this responsibility, and I'm going to make sure I take that, and I'm going to handle it the best way I can. You know? Good or bad, it's still the best that you could. And you still got time to change any relationship. You just got to be open for it. Okay? All right, so that's the end, you guys. So of course, I want to shout out my viewers. Thank you for coming back and watching your girl. Okay, thank you for the love and support. I appreciate you guys always. Okay, shout out to that business, shout out to that sponsor, Define Cosmetics. Shout out to Define Cosmetics. Again, tap in with your girl. Okay, tap in with me. Don't forget to go on Soul Food Podcast. That's SOULFOOD pod, POD_CLE. Tap on the links to shout out your business, because we're spreading the wealth in the community, of course. And don't forget to tap the links to confidential conversations. If you need to talk to somebody, definitely tap in. And if you want a reply, please know that they're available. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Tap in with your girl, hit that notification bell, and get notified when I'm posting. Ooh, that's a mouthful. That is a mouthful. All right, y'all, I'm out. Okay, and you guys enjoy this beautiful day. Whenever you guys are watching me right now, go ahead and enjoy this day. And I'll see you guys next week. I'm out. Peace.